Hey everybody, and well, let me bring this over here. Hey everybody, and welcome back to another 52-week movie challenge. I'm your host, Jonathan Mitty, and we got an interesting one for you. One that I was not planning necessarily, but I had to choose a silent film, as you remember last week, and I chose the 1921 film The Kid. As you can see, there's the two from behind me. Aspect ratio is 1.37 1. Runtime is about 53 minutes. It says an hour and 7 minutes on IMDb. I don't know if that's just wrong or if there's a longer cut that I didn't watch, but I watched the one on HBO Max, so watch that. I don't know. Genre is comedy, drama, family. The date of the challenge completed was 4/19/22, the day before it's supposed to be up. I give it 4 stars. It stars Charlie Chaplin, Edna Purviance, and Purviance. I'm not sure how you say that, and Jackie Coogan, aka Uncle Fester. Well, later to be Uncle Fester. He's a kid in this. It was directed, produced, written, and music by Charlie Chaplin. Awards received was National Film Registration winner and OFTA Film Hall of Fame winner. Why did I choose this particular film? Literally because it was short, because it was only like 50 something minutes. So I was like, yeah, that's getting that's going on there. Had I seen this movie before? Nope. Would I recommend this film? Why or why not? Yeah, if you're into silent film, sure. Which character were you most able to identify with and or connect with in what way? I said none. Best line or memorable quote? I said not applicable. It had like little quote things, but none that really stuck out. And were you surprised by the ending? What would you do differently? Yes, I was a bit surprised, but happy. I wouldn't change a thing. With the music, the actor's body language, and the title cards helping to tell the story, were you able to follow along? Sort of. I mean, there were moments of a little bit of confusion, and we'll get into that. Would you like to see more silent films made today? Why or why not? No. I wouldn't want them made today, but I wouldn't mind watching more older silent films. Anything else you'd like to add? Nope. Just go watch it on HBO Max. So we're gonna get into this. This was not my cup of tea. And it might be, you know, I don't know if it's really like the time period or whatnot. It's just it wasn't my sort of movie. I wasn't a fan. It had moments, and I gave it 4 stars. Now, because it wasn't a bad movie at all. This was actually a pretty good movie. Just wasn't my cup of tea. Like, I would definitely recommend it to people who love silent films or want to get into silent films. This is definitely a good movie to watch. Wasn't my cup of tea. It just wasn't what I would normally pick to watch. It's just sort of the problem with the movie, and this is the problem with most silent films I've noticed, is that there's just too less of title cards and more people jibber jabbering to each other. And I don't understand what they're saying because I don't read lips. So I have no idea sometimes what is going on. Now, I get it. Like this, I didn't even know. I must have missed it in the beginning, but I didn't know that girl was going to go commit suicide or something. I had to read that in a description of it on IMDb. It said like the woman went to go commit suicide. So like the plot of the story is like she's going to go. She has a child. She gets out of. I don't know what happened, but she decides she doesn't want the baby anymore. She leaves in this car. I thought it was just a regular car, but apparently it was a limo. These robbers are going to steal the limo, but find the baby in there. They hold a gun next to the baby, by the way, which even if it's a rubber gun or a fake gun, I don't like that. So they hold this gun, they bring the kid, they leave the kid. The kid has a note on it basically saying to take care of the baby. and whatnot, while she was going to go commit suicide. So I'm like, great, what a wonderful fucking mother. So about somewhere along the lines, I read it said 8 years later the kid would be 8 years old, but apparently somewhere along the lines it said 5. So I'm not sure if it was 5 or 8 years later. uh you know so Charlie Chaplin has picked up the baby and was taking care of it, and years later pass, and he's using, I mean, he's, it's his kid, so he's using him to help him do work and things like that. And then the kid gets into like little scrapes and stuff with like the local bully, and he helps out, and then the girl comes in, the girl keeps coming by and whatnot. She becomes like this famous opera singer and stuff, committing suicide. So she becomes super famous and whatnot, or at least she's like really good, and she ends up wanting to, um I guess she wants the baby back. So anywho, this, I forgot who it was, but this guy finds out about the note or whatever, because Charlie Chaplin, the tramp, shows this guy the note, and then he brings it to the local authorities, who then try to take the kid back. All the while he's trying to get the kid, because to him that's his kid, even though he didn't do it the proper way and didn't like go through circles and try to adopt him or whatever. He so a movie like this could not be made today. Not being said like a silent film, but like a movie about a guy taking a kid, and like there's Law and Order Special Victims episodes about this. You can't do that. You can't just like find a kid on the sidewalk and say, "Oh, this is my kid now," and I'm not gonna go through the proper authority. You can't do that. So they take the kid back, or they try to take the kid back. He does this amazing stunt work, because I believe he does his own stunts. It's like hopping from fucking roof to roof, and then jumps into a bus, knocks the guy off, takes the kid, and they go off, and it becomes like an action movie too. Then they end up that night having to find a place to sleep. In the paper, it's written that there's this kid, and when this guy who runs the place that they're sleeping at finds the kid, he brings it back to the police. So I thought that was basically it, right, or something. But then the guy falls asleep and dreams about being in heaven and having angel wings and then getting in trouble in heaven. And blah. And then he wakes up. It's a dream. You don't know it's a dream. It looked like it was supposed to be real. Like I thought he had died of a broken heart and he went to heaven or something. Well, it was a dream. It was all a dream, which usually I hate, but in this instance, it was like early times, and that was actually not that bad of a dream. But it wasn't like the whole thing was all a dream. Just that stuff of heaven was just a dream. That didn't bother me. And then he goes and uh basically gets into trouble in heaven, and then when he wakes up, cops waking him up, and the cops takes him to see the kid, and that's how it ends. And I was like, okay, I was a little surprised at the cop, because I thought the cop was arresting him or something, for being like for being a vagrant, or whatever. But really, it was, the cop was being nice. It's like, hey, look, this wasn't your kid, but the kid is attached to you. Obviously, you're attached to the kid, and so there you go. So like I said, the kid grows up in real life. Jackie Coogan grows up to be fucking Uncle Fester from Addams Family, which I think is awesome. But this was his start, and it was cute. They were doing like little odd jobs together, getting themselves in trouble, and running from the police a lot, and just thought that was really really neat. Kind of like stuff to see, but all in all, I was just like, I don't know. And do I wish that the kid was back with his mother? I think it's weird, because like that mother doesn't seem very stable. If she was like trying to uh, kill herself before, and now she's okay. There's just a lot of things I just don't get with it. But once I said, like, once again, I said that like a lot of it was confusion, and a lot of it was because sometimes they'd be talking to each other, like they'd be like blah 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 blah, but you can't hear what they're saying because silent film. So it's just music on these, gibbering jabbering things. And then sometimes they'll pop up with subtitles saying what they're saying, but like most of the time, the subtitle was just saying like dawn or dusk or night or day or whatever, just to kind of show you the transition. Um, which I mean, I guess back then was much, much needed. But I mean, I'm sorry, I can tell when something's dusk. I can tell when something's night. Yeah, I don't need that. I need more of the people talking randomly because I need to know like this woman, I guess, tried to commit suicide. I didn't know this. And I mean, once again, maybe I missed something or it just happened and there was just a thing, but like I just didn't get it. So anyway, all in all, it was a cute little 1921 silent film. Like honestly, I'd watch this movie. I'd watch this movie again with somebody who likes silent films. But it wouldn't be something I'd watch on a everyday basis. Like this is not something I'm going to watch every year. I don't find. I might watch more Charlie Chaplin movies every year because I want to be more. Uh, I want to be more understandable about, film. I want to be more knowledgeable. That's what I should say. More knowledgeable about film. And the best way to be more knowledgeable is just watch and experience that stuff. But aside from that, I just really don't have any care right now to just to really dive that deeply into it. So anywho, that was this episode of 52-week movie challenge. Next week, oh god, and you know what? It crept up on me because I was so busy this week, and then just this happened. I'm like, oh shit. Yesterday I was like, oh shit, I gotta get that done tomorrow. So did it. So that's week 16. So week 17 is going to be an animated feature film. All right, I already did one animated feature film, but I'll do more. That'd be nice. So there you go. I'll have to find another one from. I want to find another one from Disney. I just haven't seen yet. Because there's so many from Disney I haven't seen. I want to explore them all. So there you go. Well, thank you guys for checking this out. There's the two peeps from the kid. Hope you guys like this and tune in next week for a whole new movie challenge where I'll be talking about an animated film, and I have no idea which one it is, but I'm gonna find a good one. It'll be fun. All right, everybody. Bye.